Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you're all well, and I've got a knife review today. One of the small, cute little knives that I quite like. They get a bit of stick on here, people are like saying, oh, like it's a toothpick and all that kind of thing. This is a niche of knives that people are really into. They're kind of really small form factor, cute little things. I like them. I sort of have a few now. I just think they're really cool and quaint. You may not like them, you may not have any use for them, that's just fine. But, people are comparing these things to like a fixed blade or a big folder. They're not designed, obviously, for that. That you're not going to take this out and cut a tree down with it. So just bear in mind, like, it's got its own specific niche use. You might put these in a pencil case or something like that, and you're using them for crafting. That some of these really small ones are actually ideal for doing fine cuts. Like I do a lot of cuts on Lexan bodywork for RC stuff, and it's really useful for that, because you don't want a great big fixed blade or a folding knife for that. You just want something really dinky that you can kind of clutch between these two fingers and make some really fine detailed cuts and still be able to see what you're doing. Anyway, we have this from Kansept. We have the Kansept Rio, which is a 4T5 designed knife, and this is the model number K3044A2. And it's black stone-washed blade, green micarta scales. As usual, we've got this fantastic box from Kansept. Love their boxes. Matte black, really smooth, really cool. And then inside there, as always, we have one of these nice little sort of webbing little pouches there to keep it safe. And there we have the knife itself. So as you can see, it's absolutely tiny. And one of the things you notice straight away, no pocket clip. So this is designed, like I say, to sort of maybe sit in a pouch, or sit in a side pocket of a backpack as kind of a backup blade, or in a pencil case as like a hobby knife or something like that. It isn't designed to be sat on your belt or sat in your trousers like the main user. Obviously, you can see there it's got a bit of a tang end poking up, which would serve as a kind of flipper tab. And then it's got a little thumbnail cut in there, so you can use that to grip it and extract it out as you would like a standard sort of penknife. And you can see inside there it is a liner lock, which is somewhat unusual for this sort of size of knife. I've had a couple of double detents in this kind of style, but to have a liner lock, it obviously makes this unsuitable for your UK EDC because it's a locking blade. So it would fall into having a good excuse to use it. So very neat little liner lock, just pushes over and closes like so. Incredibly stubby, stout little blade. We'll go through the spec in a minute, but you can see it's very thick. Got some heavyweight jimping up there, and that jimping is allowing you to then get a very strong grip. And like I say, if you were using this to kind of make some very neat cuts, it does give you a very precise ability for things like your crafting and stuff. So really ideal for that. It does have a lanyard hole at the back there, so you could always attach that. If you've got it in your pocket and you've got it on a lanyard, it's not going to fall out of your pocket and disappear. You could always hang it around your neck if you wanted to kind of keep a hold of it and keep it close at hand. Now, I think I'm just rubbish at this, but I'm struggling to flick that out. I can deploy it single-handed if I do it slowly, but I have yet been unable to actually master any sort of flicking it out. I can, if I get it with my thumb, again, you can see how awkward I am with that. I can deploy slowly, but I just cannot, for the life of me, manage to flick that out at all. So that's probably down to me having big, clumsy old fingers. I'm sure there are people that can just flick it out. Yeah, that's about the best I can manage, is just a slow push out. But that's fine. And then the same with that that thumb groove there, you can see that on the blade. I cannot actually get my thumb in there to kind of flick it out. Again, probably because I've got big fat fingers, but I can use that nick just to pull it out as you would with a standard sort of pen knife, a Swiss Army knife or something. Very, very stout looking little blade. Now, as with all Kansept knives, you get quality specifications with this. So it's a Bowler M390 steel on there, which for such a dinky little knife is probably massively overspec'd, you know, but it's cool to see some decent steel on this. Blade length is 1.56 inches, and the overall length of the knife is only 3.93 inches. So it's really, really small. It's literally a 2-finger knife, and then you can just get your thumb over the top there, drop point, and then the blade grind is obviously flat, and it's a black stonewash finish. Really, really pretty finish with micarta green scales on there, which I really like the look of it. You know, it looks very cool indeed. It's a nice little piece to have sat on the shelf. Only weighs 2.13 ounces, as you would expect, nice and light. The blade thickness is 0.118 inches or 3 mil, so quite thick for a blade that size. A real stubby little beast. And the guy that designs this is 4T5 Designs, a guy, I think his name's Adam, over in Canada. He is really into these like small form factor knives and very, very into the sort of aesthetics of them. So I think he's got that bang on. You can get these from Heine Haynes over in the UK. I'll stick a link down below. I don't make any affiliate, money off of Heine. They do no stuff for me here. So, Heine, if you're watching, I'll stick a few links your way. I'm always up for a bit of sponsorship. And they're a good company, guys, so I totally recommend you go with them. I'm only kind of joking around about the sponsorship, but if anyone sort of on here thinks that I'm, doing all this for money and I'm getting loads of money from companies, I don't get loads of money from any companies. I just get advertising revenue, and that doesn't come to much, believe me. So whatever I say on here, I'm just saying it for whatever I think. If I thought this wasn't good, I would tell you it wasn't good. I like it, but then I'm a big fan of these kind of little small form factor knives, and I've collected a few just because I think they're cute. I've got a tiny little French bulldog, so I obviously like cute little things. I also like petite ladies, so I like everything in my life to be small and cute. So I guess having these knives is kind of going along with the other stuff as well. These are coming in at $73.95 on Heine, which again isn't cheap. I don't tend to review super cheap knives, but you're getting Bowler M390, decent micarta scales, superb build and quality. You're going to pay for that. Nothing these days is, cheap, guys. If you go food shopping, a 500 gram pack of mints is like £5, and it used to be £2.50. So I'm afraid all the people moaning about, those cost a lot of money, those knives are too expensive. Everything's gone up. Materials have gone up. Steel's like quadrupled in price. All the work to get this stuff done has gone up massively because our energy bills have all gone up. So that's not just our energy bills, it's the energy bills of all these different companies. And this stuff is happening globally. It's not just in the UK that prices are going up. It's pretty much every European country. The America has gone up. Their gas prices are going huge. So all the logistics of moving this stuff around, everything's got more expensive. We've seen it at work. Every single component we buy at work has gone up massively in price. The cost of shipping those components to us at our workplace has gone up massively in price. The cost of us shipping them back out again to customers has gone up massively in price. So, this is what you're seeing in these prices, you have to take into account. If you're comparing them to prices from 3 or 4 years ago, they are going to seem high, but that's the world we live in now. Everything has gone up. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I really like this thing. I'm a big fan of these sort of form factors, as you know. I would like to see this in a double detent version. I hope they bring that out because it's really, really nifty little knife, and it would be nice to just be able to carry that around as kind of a backup option, maybe on a lanyard or something. So if you can make one of those Kansept, send one my way. I'll happily review. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care. Have a great rest of your weekend.